Hi, this is Sounding Board, and this is Agis261 with,
Haunted by a Light.
or Katie on other sites of ours.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the big upsetting Sonic the Hedgehog trailer.
It's not
Or
really upsetting, to be
no,
honest.
and it's not really a trailer, it's really a teaser.
Yes, which I had to correct on many times with you.
Yes, I had to correct myself this time because a teaser is there to excite us into the next wave of trailers that are coming out. So we know that Sonic is now not in post production anymore. He is in production, and he has been greenlighted. He's on film. He's coming out. All the fans are upset because they wanted more. That's the next trailer, which would probably be dropped maybe on the Super Bowl or not. What do you think?
I think it won't be dropped till March, to be honest.
Yeah, but Deadpool dropped his on his full little mini movie on Super Bowl weekend in the theaters.
Yeah, but if you remember, Deadpool has like 10 trailers.
Yes.
I mean, he literally has to have it early.
And Deadpool also is a mini movie. His first trailer, which has nothing to do with the first film other than the fact to excite us into seeing that we're getting a Deadpool 2.
And the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie is coming out at November 8th.
And they can't give us everything because you've got a large gap between November 2019 and December 2018. You've got to baby step it.
Especially that we have about 11 months until then.
Yeah. And that's the time they drop 3 trailers. You dropped a minute and a half trailer, then you dropped a 2-minute trailer, then you dropped a big, we're going to sell you the film with whatever we have trailer.
Truthfully, I can't wait to see the trailers because even though a lot of people have been talking about designs of the new Sonic look, I actually kind of like it better because it's not going so far off the Sonic. Like, I can see like nitpicks, like Sonic's arms look blue, but we've seen with Sonic Boom, and he's not that bad looking with blue arms.
But the funny part is, everyone complains. I have to keep my cussing to a minimal because kids might see this. We got to keep in mind too. Look at Transformers. We did at first when we started having drops of what Optimus Prime looked like. People were complaining. He's not the red semi anymore. He's not the Peterbilt, which we don't get till 4, the classic Optimus Prime look. Instead, we get a long-nosed semi, and people didn't like that. That's not Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime doesn't have flames. Once the film came out and they saw the final product, it's like, Transformers are so awesome again!
Well, I think what this reminds me of is the Ninja Turtles. I told you I didn't like the designs of the Ninja Turtles when
I thought the Ninja Turtles were ugly too, the new Michael Bay film.
Yeah, but the movie was actually pretty good.
Both of them were. Especially since, ironically, they kept Bebop and Rocksteady and Krang and the updated version of Shredder to the cartoon. So, in which case, we've been introduced to 4 new Turtles and Megan Fox. She's not April O'Neil. She's still Megan Fox.
Yes, but even the little teaser for this just shows Sonic going really fast.
Bringing it up, that's another teaser for the Turtles film that people were excited about, and it told nothing about the film. It didn't even show us the Turtles till the first film, and all of a sudden everyone's complaining how ugly they look. They look monstrous. They look horrible.
Yeah, especially that you went from watching it on the cartoon that they look clean, they look slick, and all the fangirls are raging over Donnie.
Yeah, or you're coming from the rubber-suited monster version of them in the 90s. In the 80s, yeah, and they look like the Turtles with turtle markings on them. Now we've got these other horrific looking turtles wearing monster gear ripped out of a horror movie. And people are saying, oh, this is not going to work. This is Michael Bay screwing up the Turtles. Michael Bay is horrible. Why is Michael Bay doing this?
We're going to have more explosions.
Yes, we're going to have a lot more explosions. Michael Bay, it's like we expect certain things out of a Michael Bay film, but people forgot this isn't a Michael Bay film. This is a Michael Bay production of the Turtles.
Yeah. And guess who's producing this one? We're getting the producers of the Fast and Furious
Yes.
for the Sonic
So
movie.
we're getting a faster Vin Diesel.
Yes, and I'm gonna hate it.
I'm going to like it because I love Fast and Furious films.
I hate Fast and Furious. And the worst part is I was in the car explaining this to my mom that, the people who did Fast and Furious, and my mom was literally giving me little hints of like, yeah, all they do is get in trouble and being chased by the cops. And I'm like, that's pretty much the sums up the Sonic movie. And I even told her, and she's like, oh, that sounds like the Fast and Furious. And I'm like, yes. And she's like, I'm gonna love this. I'm like, I'm gonna hate it.
But the funny part is, I've read some of the things. Okay, it's a director to Fast and the Furious in Hazard County because he's in a southern town and he's hanging with a sheriff cross country.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's like
it's a road trip.
Yeah, a road trip film.
Because some of the shooting was actually in San Francisco.
So it's going to be kind of like character seeing the world for the first time. How can you mess that up? It's like the turtles escaping from the sewers for the first time in the first film. The wonderment they had.
Truthfully, to be honest, I feel like this is gonna be a reboot of how Sonic came to be in this universe. Like I feel like we're gonna have him more explain how he got here and how he became, because we also have Eggman in there, and I think his origins could be talked about too, like the Trolls did.
Also, too, I think people are forgetting one thing. Sonic and Eggman really have no origins in the games whatsoever, unlike the comics. The
Actually,
UK has their own.
They actually do have origin.
Do they?
Yes, it's in the side where you get the manuals. Back in the beautiful days of manuals had origins.
Oh, wow. It's a beautiful day when you open a box, throw the manual in the garbage, and you learn how to play the game, or it became something to hold your soda on.
Or not only that, the origin also was retold in the first comic.
But it goes back to different areas. Sega has their own, the comic has their own, UK had their own.
Not this comic. This one was based just to sell off the game.
Oh, wow.
And I own it. It was a newsprint, but
the Sonic 1/2?
No, this is not even done by Archie. This is literally the one only issue
that predates the Archie comics.
Yes, and not only that,
which was, fans, if you need to find it, it was in Justice League comics and DC. It was released by DC Comics by Time Warner.
Yes, and it talked about how Sonic came to be, how he even became blue and all that, and you find out that him and Eggman were best friends.
So we don't really have a true hammered down origin, so Hollywood can take what they want and they can pick and choose what they want. Maybe they're taking this from the world point of view. They were friends. He's the Ninja Turtle that was created in the lab.
But you know what I really hate about this movie a little bit is mostly that Hollywood wants to pretty much not talk about the actual first movie.
No, and he does have a first movie. It was released in Japan worldwide except for in America, because Sonic the Hedgehog didn't have the movie fandom or the financial backing to really say it was feasible to release anime in theaters at that time. And so it was released in America as a video-only film.
Yeah, it's called Sonic OVA.
Yeah.
Even though it's literally titled Sonic the Movie.
Yeah.
It's the first movie that's literally...
In Japan, it was released in theaters. It had a following. It had product.
And it took like animations from like Sonic CD.
Yeah, because it's following suit from it, that it was there to work in conjunction with that game.
And it's only 45 minutes.
Yeah. 45 minutes of Sonic love that you can see Sonic the way he looks, for all you people who are complaining about the current look of him on the movie. What everyone's afraid of, I think, is the fact they're going to get a Mario Brothers or Street Fighter the movie again.
The worst part is I really liked the Super Mario Bros. Movie.
I hate it.
I loved it.
I hate it.
And I think that's why I loved it. It's because everyone hated it, but it was a guilty pleasure movie for me.
They were drunk on the filming it. The main actors. That's the only way they could get through the script, how bad it was.
Yeah, at least, Sonic had better product.
Yes, but at the same time, too, we don't even know that this might be a true teaser, and this Sonic might be a flanking maneuver. Because Hollywood's been notorious for releasing something just to make the fans hyped, but at the same time maybe get fan response. But really, he might look like the real character when the film's released too.
Yeah, but my only biggest worry is if the fans get out of control, Sega could just pull the plug if they don't like it because there's a thing going around. I don't know if it's true or not because I didn't go to the Brazilian con to see the interview or not. But I guess Sega doesn't like the idea that of how Sonic eyes are.
But at the same time too, Sonic sold the rights to Sonic to Paramount Pictures. Is it correct, Paramount?
Yes.
So Paramount Pictures has the rights to do whatever they want to the character once they absorb the license. But Sega has the final say on what they. But the director can say no, it won't look natural because Sonic's one eye will make him look like a Cyclops in a lot of scenes. So you have to adjust certain things for if you're going to put Sonic in the real world. You have to add muscle tone over sausage-like arms.
Actually, even the muscle tones don't look that bad in the picture.
No.
Like, it's not overdone to the point that it's like, oh my gosh, it looks like Knuckles from Sonic Boom. It's like...
No. And we don't know if he really has blue arms because that's backlight.
To me, it looks kind of like it goes like down a little bit from the shoulders, then it becomes Peach.
Yeah.
But I can't tell. But I really wish that they did one thing. Gave him soap shoes. Because if they're going to go to San Francisco, which was based off the idea of a game for Sonic.
Who says he's not going to get the soap shoes with soaps attached to it?
Oh, that'd be even cool, but
because you got to make they got to take Hollywood takes into account the audience is dumb.
Yes, but I want it to be like Sonic Adventure 2, and that maybe that's why. Because not only that, now bringing that up, it also makes sense because Sega has been dropping a lot of hints on their Twitter page and all that with adventure on it. Maybe this is the thing they've been wanting to hide, not letting everyone know.
Yeah, and maybe Sega said release this version of Sonic on the poster, and then when we're ready, release more of a natural Sonic of what the film's going to look like. Because the big thing with Sonic is like Superman, you got to make a man believe he can fly. You got to make a transformer transform. And if you don't make people believe that, the movie fails to begin with.
But even movie alone, it shouldn't just hit the fans. It should also hit the next generation that most people seem to forget.
Because a true test of a movie isn't the year it's released. It's if 10 years from now we remember that film and go, that was a good film. I want to share it with little Johnny.
Yeah, especially if I end up having kids or even want to show it like in a classroom or something.
Yeah, you just take it out on a movie night and go, hey, let's watch this film. It's kind of corny and campy, but it's still fun.
I mean, I still show the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Yeah.
Now and then because it's just interesting to watch.
Because it's fun showing films that make you smile.
Especially now it's like $200 and less.
No, that makes someone else smile. The guy who sold the film.
Especially, it should have got a re-release, not just the 2004.
And who says it's not going to get a special re-release because Sega does own the rights to the film. It's just that the people who currently own the rights, the company is out of business. Because Funimation might have a special release for it.
Yeah, because the version I have is done by
AD-Vision.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they out of business?
They're out of business.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes. So, and then the last incarnation of the film was one of the last wave of AD-Vision videos.
So really, that license dead.
Mm-hmm. But no matter what, but the thing is, even though the company's dead, the license is still the movie license is still tied up until the contract expires or they buy it from the bank.
Can I buy it?
Yeah, if you have the money for it, you could buy the rights to hold Sonic the Hedgehog the movie for so many years.
Would that be beautiful?
Yes, that'd be the ultimate Sonic fan hobby. I have the original rights to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie for so many years.
No, I'll just renew it until Sega says you can't renew it. Then Aaron Weber will take it away from me.
Aaron Weber will go, but we got to, all the fans have to see it. Sega Bits goes, that's not right. We need to see it. And you go, no, Sega Bits. You didn't give Katie their manual. You horrible, horrible people, you.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
But that explains why it's on YouTube for free right now, because anyone can just
Because
Like,
no one's following the copyrights to it. No one's following the license because the company that owns it isn't there, and the people, the proprietors of of the film currently don't care about it.
wouldn't that be Sega?
Yeah,
But
because only in Japan I think the license is really followed, because it's like Robotech. The last two series are sacred cows, and Steamline Pictures lost the rights to them. But they still have the Macross Saga, and that's all they can play with. That's why you only see that era of Robotech stuff being done. Any of the Southern Cross or must be the Genesis Climber, we don't see anymore because the Japanese owners took it back. So now let's look at another complaint the fans have. The rings do not sound like the rings in the teaser. Okay, so we just heard the ring sound, and it sounds like the rings from Sonic actually, but with a metal ting to them.
yeah, it's pretty much just Sonic going fast and then seeing the rings right here.
Yeah. I think what people couldn't hear as the ring sound is because it sounds more like a Mach 5 jet, and the jet sound overpowers the sound of the rings. So they have to give him a metal ting to him.
Not only that, he actually has to go fast, as you're hearing it right
Yeah.
now. He was going really fast.
He's picking up speed like a jet.
So it's kind of hard to actually hear it correctly because he's picking them up too.
Yeah. And I don't see I think people just want everything to be what they want, and if they did it like their childhood or like the video game, I don't think it would function either, because that's what the director's job is to make it marketable, because the studio's giving them all this money.
As you can tell, I just love hearing that.
That sounds way too much.
Well, it's not every day you get a chance to see something that's going to be on the big screen.
Yes, especially since they should have had Vin Diesel play Sonic.
Ew, no.
Why not?
Ew, no.
He could be going around going, I'm Groot.
No, you're
Groot.
you're literally gonna say you might as well put the Rock there.
You don't know what. So then you're gonna. Can you smell what the Sonic is cooking?
No. Now I'm having Lightning McQueen with the Rock's face on it again.
A blue car. But the funny part is, we all want something special out of Sonic, except for me, because I'm not the biggest Sonic fan ever, unlike Katie over here, who has almost a plethora of Sonic collectibles and steals mine.
You know what I find funny? I saw a comic the other day where it's Cream and her mom talking. Her mom literally goes up to her saying, Cream, you've been playing Sonic all day. And she's like, but I only play Sonic when I'm sad. And Vanilla literally says to her, you play Sonic every day. And all I'm thinking is,
that's what the fans are doing right now after they see the trailer.
yes, but I'm like, what does that make my room? What does that say about me?
The room says it's awesome. You got your Fortress of Solitude like Superman, where you've got all these items, these artifacts of times past.
Yes, like I'm gonna steal your bootleg tails now.
No, not my bootleg tails. That was a hard find.
Yeah, I found it.
Like I said, it was a hard find.
But I also, going back to the Sonic one, I also like how they did Sonic's name, and I like how they added like little spikes at the end of the C. I thought that was creative.
Yeah, because they got to have a different logo than the video game. Because
or the Sonic movie.
Yeah, but the Sonic movie is pretty much the classic look. It's not so pixelized like a video game at the time.
I just have a very older version of the movie cover, and everyone got cut off.
Yes, but my problem is, truthfully, why would you cast Jim Carrey as Eggman?
Why not?
I hate Jim Carrey.
Well, you said you're gonna like this movie because it's like produced by the Fast and Furious.
And it might have Vin Diesel being Sonic, going around going, "I'm Sonic."
Actually, I think they already cast Sonic.
Oh yeah, they have. It's a voice actor. I'm not sure, or it was a comedian. So we have Ben Schwartz playing Sonic the Hedgehog of House of Lies. I've
Yeah.
never seen the show, so I don't recognize what his voice talent is, but he's a voice actor.
He's also been in featured films credits including Peep's World, Everybody's Fine, The Other Guys, The Walk, This Is Where I Leave You. It's like movies I never even heard of.
Yeah. So it might be a surprising voice performance. So we can't judge him, but we can judge Jim Carrey as Eggman. There could have been better choices for Eggman.
No, I thought he was pretty good.
I just have shades of Mario Brothers at this point. Dennis Hopper as Bowser?
Actually, this will be his second time being a voice actor. Oh, guess what? His first role he played as a guy named Russ.
Oh, wow. But, it's one of those things is it's really hard to judge without hearing the characters. It's easy to say, take the voice actor of Homer Simpson and say it's going to be a good performance. Or take the voice actor of Bart and say it's going to be a good performance. Because we've heard the voices so many times without ever seeing the faces.
He's been in Tron.
He was in Tron?
Yeah, Tron Uprising in 2012 as
Oh, Rito?
Yeah.
Or Rio?
It's R-I-L-O.
R-I-L-O. Rio.
I can't say that.
Oh wow, he's one of these. I think he's the guy that.
Oh, he's also been Bob's Burgers from 2013 as Josh, the voice actor.
If he's the voice actor of Josh, if anyone's seen Bob's Burgers, I don't watch the show, will recognize the voice. He might do a good job as Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't know. He's also been Big Bang, Bang Bang, or Robot Chicken too as different characters.
Yeah, Robot Chicken. It's like, okay, if you do different characters on Robot Chicken, you have to have some talent.
Oh, he was in DuckTales this year as Dewey.
As Dewey?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's also in the new Rise of the Ninja Turtles as Leonardo.
You got to give him credit for doing Dewey and Leonardo. That's a big step, getting the lead cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
He's also in Modern Family as Nick.
And he was a voice actor on Modern Family.
Yeah,
not a voice actor, but a character. Sorry,
He's also on The Simpsons as the clerk from 2015.
But so he has a good range of character shows he's been a part of that call for him to do different voices. So he might be able to do Sonic. But to do Dewey in DuckTales is awesome.
Now you want his autograph for that pure reason.
No, I want to get his Leonardo. I don't care about Sonic. It's a Ninja Turtle.
Now you have a purpose for this guy. It's like, here we do.
I want to go interview him for our other site. Dude, you're Leonardo. I don't care if you were Sonic.
Yeah, but he was for the new Leonardo.
Doesn't really matter. It's a Ninja Turtle. It's like Robbie getting Andre Meadows' autograph just because he was part of Power Rangers.
I got Michael Bell. Oh, I love that moment when I got Michael Bell to sign for one of the characters from Sonic Saturn Mayhem. I went up to him saying, "Hey, I looked you up." When I went up to Michael Bell, saying I want to get his autograph, and I told him I looked him up in his past history, he's like, "Oh, so you looked me up, huh?" Like, really sarcastic. And I brought out a character from Sonic the Hedgehog, which he only voice acted for one episode. I can't.
For the final episode of the show.
Not the final. It's one of the it's on the last disc.
Isn't this the final episode of this version of the show?
It was the last season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The final episode of this show, because then he changed to a new venue.
Yes, and I can't think of the name right now, but it was.
It's hard to say.
It was the wizard.
It was the wizard that replaces Eggman.
In the comics.
Yeah.
Can't think of the name right now, which is really hurting me right now. But when I show him it, he's like, "Oh, you really did look me up."
Yeah. Because when I told you, he probably did a character in Sonic, and you go, "No, he didn't."
And it was only one character, which I was shocked.
Well, What's worse is when we saw the other lady at the other con. What's her name?
Honey Boo
No, not Honey Boo Boo. That's a Book Bonnie one. What was her name? And she did Sunny Gummy in the Gummy Bears, and she only did assorted voices, and she couldn't even remember what character she
No,
did.
but she never was a child, and I
Yes.
literally think it was a kind of like the elephant one.
Yes, because she was assorted voices. Not even any of her fan sites know what character it was.
No, but it was such a long time ago. She doesn't remember.
Yeah.
Which kind of hurts because it's like I want to figure out which character you are. Not only that, the character I think she played was censored because of the they made it sound like a robotic.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even know if it's true.
But let's go back to talking about the Sonic trailer, which is we got off target.
Trailer.
Teaser.
That's the first thing, but I think what we should talk about is how the fans are reacting to it.
I think they're reacting badly for something that's almost non-existent. It's just something to show that the product is there. And they should be happy that the product is there. Not critically ripping it apart, trying to find the game theorist idea of what Sega was thinking.
Truthfully, I think they should wait until the movie comes out, or
at least the first
trailer.
true trailer drops from Paramount.
I don't think. To me, I think this is way too early because we don't even know what Sonic looks like.
Yeah, and also too, if there's complaints with the eyes, that can be changed. He's a CGI model.
I mean, not only that. Remember Spyro, the new trilogy game? I told you I didn't like the new Fawn's redesign, but once her character started moving and acting, I fell in love with it.
That's the other thing, is we don't know what his movement's going to be like. Because, like I said, sausage arms don't work in the real world. You've got to have some kind of mass to it, some kind of functionality to the form. That's why he's in the real world, not in Cartoon Land or Pixar Land, where you could get away with characters that have square heads and huge chests. And
that's your Sega Bits who says, "Oh, Sonic Boom had a realistic Sonic,
But Sonic Boom, everyone is a CGI.
Not in the trailer, as Sonic Sega Bits said.
Maybe we should talk about that trailer next time.
Do all the trailer reviews?
Yes, talk about all the different trailer reviews.
And say how they work.
Yes, but for now, I think we've said enough about the Sonic trailer because there's not really much to say. Huh?
Teaser.
Oh, teaser. The Sonic teaser, because we've spent more time talking about Sonic in other areas of movies instead of the main movie, because that should tell you right there's not enough to say about it other than oohs and ahs that we're getting a Sonic movie.
Truthfully, I can't wait. I know I'm gonna go see it many times, even if it's bad.
Yeah, because look at Phantom Menace. That was bad, but how many people paid to see it 5 or 6 times?
I know Tony did.
Yes, and he regrets every minute now because everyone makes fun of it.
What happened to good old days where all you had was magazines and they told you, "Oh, this is the best game," and when you got it, it was crap.
Yeah, when you used to get a Starlog magazine and it just had that picture and a few little blurbs, you go, "Oh my God, it's finally getting a movie!" No, now it's like, "Oh, it's getting a movie." It's horrible, 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 horrible. Can you believe that they did this to Sonic? It looks like he has no eyes.
Truthfully, it kind of looks more like a muzzle, not really his eyes.
But
because if you saw how much the nose was churned, you can see that it just looks more like his eyes are right here, or covered by a shadow, and that might be just the cheekbone.
Yeah, and they don't look at the fact of how he's built, because when you rotate a figure, Sonic's muzzle gets smaller and his nose gets smaller.
Truthfully, he looks so cute. I actually want to hug him.
Yes.
I mean, I know a lot of people saying like, "Oh my gosh, that looks horrible," but I'm like, I've seen worse. It's nothing
Mario
big.
Brothers.
I still like that movie. I'm sorry. You can't change that.
Yes, do the dinosaur.
I bet you do the dinosaur. That should be a challenge for Mike and Robbie.
Yes.
We're surprised that I have that song.
But this is the Sounding Board. Signing off till next time.
Remember to like and subscribe, and please put your comment is, do you think that this would be a better movie for Sonic or the OVA?
Yeah, that's a good point. Vote to see which Sonic film you like.
So, bye.
So we know the other one will win for sure because the other one doesn't exist out yet.
No. Bye bye.